Governor Chukwuma Soludo promises to continue with all-inclusive governance after victory in Guba election.
This election and this victory is not just victory, it is history made.
Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs calls on U.S. to retract classification of Nigeria as country of particular concern. An NDLEA arrests wanted drug lord after months of intelligence and surveillance. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 11 on NTA News 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Frama Pani. You just heard the headlines, now the news in full. Professor Chukwuma Soludo has thanked the people of Anambra State for believing in him and voting him for his second term in office at the just concluded governorship election in Anambra State. This was while giving his acceptance speech after the declaration of results by INEC. Governor Soludo promised that his second term will see delivery of greater dividends of good governance for the people of the state. He further appreciated President Tinubu and INEC for ensuring that the people's vote count.
Petty traders, the hawkers, the wheelbarrow pushers, in partnership with the ordinary men and women of the Anambra, we, over the next 4 years, can say loudly that we ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing. As I promised you, we're turning on to Gear 4, beginning from March. Probably we're now on Gear 2, heading to Gear 3 as it were, but we'll be getting into Gear 4 from March. To you in the Anambra, once again, we would never thank you enough for renewing our employment for the next 4 years. And then again, a sense of gratitude. Gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, for being a very true Democrat. He's demonstrated very firmly, he said so severally, that all mean to guarantee free, fair, transparent election. And so we commend you and thank you, Mr. President, for being a very true Democrat and realizing we are in a true multi-party democracy. Let the votes count.
Now, President Bola Tinubu congratulates Professor Chukwuma Soludo on his re-election as the governor of Anambra State, saying the overwhelming victory he recorded in Saturday's poll has now made him the third governor in the state's political history to win a second term. President Tinubu also congratulates the people of Anambra State, the security agencies, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, on the peaceful and successful conduct of the governorship election. Professor Soludo's re-election is a demonstration of his visionary leadership and the significant progress the state has made under his guidance. Governor Soludo, the solution has demonstrated that indeed knowledge is power, and the academic principles can be applied in serving the people, undergirding accountability, transparency, and prudent management of people and resources, says the President. Now, to reshape the federal civil service, the federal government has approved 3 transformative policies: the reward and recognition policy, the incentive and consequence management policy, and the civil service mentoring policy, all aimed at boosting productivity and enhancing service delivery. In a statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Ene Olotu, the strategic approval was granted during a Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The move heralds a new era of performance-driven development, strategic talent, and enhance accountability, designed to motivate staff, instill a culture of excellence, and significantly improve service delivery to Nigerians. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, DD Esther Wilson-Jack, affirmed that these policies are pivotal to staff welfare and enhance value proposition, one of the 6 pillars of the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025, and are aligned with the 2021 Public Service Rules. And the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs has condemned the classification of Nigeria by the U.S. President Donald Trump as a country of particular concern and called on him to retract his position against Nigeria. The Council, at the end of an expanded General Purpose Committee meeting in Abuja, made a strong statement that there is no genocide against any religion faithful in Nigeria. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
Leaders of all Islamic organizations converged on Abuja to lend their voice on the development, which they say is like giving your dog a bad name because you want to hang it. After an engagement behind closed doors, Secretary General of the Council, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, briefs the media.
We urge President Trump of the United States of America to retract branding Nigeria as a disgraced country. We are not disgraced. And rather assist Nigeria with credible intelligence, critical logistics, and human capacity development to enable the country overcome insecurity in different parts of Nigeria. I will state to the world in clear time, as members of the Muslim Ummah, as a united Nigerian Muslim Ummah, we will not be defined by this lie, and we will not accept that our country be fragmented by a foreign agenda. As a people of faith, we believe that the truth will prevail and our unity as a nation will endure.
Earlier, the Sultan of Sokoto and Chairman Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, urged Muslim faithful to show actions that will sustain and project unity and peaceful coexistence in Nigeria.
And I believe that consultation became so important to us as a woman and as big partners of this great policy of Nigeria in moving this country forward.
The council appealed to the media not to break the country while trying to break the news. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
And operatives of the Special Operation Unit of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, that is the NDLEA, at the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, have arrested a wanted drug lord after months of intelligence and surveillance on him and his criminal drug activities. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim reports that 2 elderly citizens were also arrested on drug-related offense.
The 40-year-old drug kingpin is alleged to have been initially arrested and charged for drug offenses in the United Kingdom, but jumped bail and escaped to Nigeria to set up a massive clandestine laboratory in the Lekki area of Lagos State for an illegal production of Colorado, a deadly synthetic cannabis and other illicit substances. He, however, ran out of luck when he walked into the waiting hands of NDLEA operatives at the Lagos airport while attempting to board his flight to Saudi Arabia for the Lesser Hajj. He was arrested alongside his partner and a suspect. In Niger State, NDLEA operatives intercepted another suspect in a Volvo truck along Kainji-Wawa Road while conveying 87,000 pills of tramadol and 72 kilograms of skunk, a strain of cannabis. Meanwhile, a 73-year-old grandpa was arrested in a cannabis plantation in Isako East Local Government Area of Edo State, where 1,459.75 kilograms skunk was destroyed and 5.6 kilograms of same substance evacuated. Similarly, a 70-year-old grandma was nabbed in Yanagua, Bayelsa State, with 5 kilograms skunk. The NDLEA describes the dismantling of the clandestine laboratory as the first in the series of its operational strikes against merchants of death who prey on the weak in the society. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
Right, we'll pause here, take a short break. More reports right after.
Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections, classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News24.
Welcome back. Now, the federal government has promised to ensure the speedy completion of the Abuja-Kano Highway, and the expressed concern over the rising cases of vandalism and misuse of newly constructed and ongoing road projects. Minister of State for Works, Bello Mohammed Goronyo, issued the warning during an inspection of the ongoing Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Road project. Usman Zubairu reports.
The ongoing construction of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway, which spans about 418 kilometers, the project is a vital transportation artery that connects the Federal Capital Territory to over 12 states. This vital corridor is a major link within the nation's socio-economic zones. However, there are reports of individuals destroying the road section, removing safety railings, particularly along the Jaji Bridge corridor in Kaduna State. Minister of State for Works Bello Goronyo, while on the inspection, condemned what he described as an act of sabotage and carelessness, as government has invested huge resources on this project and they must be protected for the benefit of all.
All of the community leaders, please caution their words. Try as much as possible to keep this road in good condition because of the huge investments, the huge funds that have been allocated to this project.
Speaking on the progress work on the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Expressway, Bello Goronyo noted that the improved section of the route have enhanced travel safety and reduced insecurity. The Abuja-Kaduna section is being constructed entirely with the rigid concrete pavement, while the Kano exit, including the completed 6.6-kilometer airport route, uses asphalt. Affirming the federal government determination to complete the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria Expressway within the record time, the minister described it as one of the President Tinubu flagship projects aimed at strengthening economic integration.
Mr. President has directed that we should plant trees here, we should put CCTV cameras and solar lights all the way to make it more conducive and more safer for travelers.
Senior project manager for Infuse International, Robert Turner, stated the company's commitment to meeting the government deadline. Usman Zubairu, NTA News.
Right, and the federal government is tightening measures through relevant agencies to boost local content, promote Made Nigeria projects. This is because the informal sector remains a key driver of Nigeria's economy.
The informal sector in Nigeria is said to account for an estimated 57.7% of gross domestic product in 2022, with estimates as high as 65% in previous years. It remains the major provider of jobs for Nigerians. Despite these potentials, the informal sector is faced with challenges.
You can imagine maybe a policy for medium business, and then you are telling an SME to come and also have that kind of policy. So I implore the government to engage one-on-one with these entrepreneurs, hear from them, and create a policy that can better their business, not put them on a tight spot to grow. When you support Made in Nigeria, you are growing our economy.
The federal government, through agencies such as the Standard Organization of Nigeria, says it is tightening every loose end to ensure that local content thrives.
As far as government policy is concerned, small manufacturers are giving special concession in the area of even the fees they pay for certification and all that, so that at least they can be able to have their product certified to enable them compete favorably even with the bigger enterprise.
It's not just about producing what Nigeria needs for Nigerians, but producing what, yes, Nigerians need and also what the world needs, so that we can plug into that international network of productivity and capacity development.
These initiatives are targeted towards ensuring that Nigerians buy Nigerian products and grow the economy.
And the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion has consecrated 15 new bishops across the country, charging them to be shining examples of faith and leadership within their congregations and communities. At the ceremony in Abuja, the primate of the church, Most Reverend Henry Ndukuba, described the consecration as sacred elevation, a higher call to service that demands humility, integrity, and unwavering devotion to God.
God is raising them as change agents, and I pray that they will indeed be the prophets of God in their communities and dioceses where they will serve.
Delivering the sermon, the Bishop of Kebbi and Dean Emeritus of the Church, Most Reverend Edmund Akanya, urged new bishops to remain steadfast in their faith and focused on their divine mission, warning against distraction that could hinder their ministry.
Put yourself under the care of the Almighty. Don't allow money, women, powerful members all around you bring down your soul.
The new bishops are expected to resume duties in their various dioceses, bringing renewed commitment to the Church's mission of faith, service, and national unity. This is the news desk at 11, and here is a recap of our top stories. Governor Chukwuma Soludo promises to continue with an all-inclusive governance after victory in Gubo election.
This election and this victory is not just victory, it is history made.
Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs call on U.S. to retract classification of Nigeria as country of particular concern. An NDLEA arrest wanted drug lord after months of intelligence and surveillance.
This is NTA News24.
Right now, Nollywood filmmakers are urged to use their craft to promote positive national narratives, focusing on shared history and triumphs. Our creative economy correspondent Ngufan Shaji Ugwanye reports that this call was made at the ongoing 22nd Abuja International Film Festival with the theme "From Script to Nation: The Role of Film in Shaping National Identity."
The 2025 Abuja International Film Festival brings together actors, filmmakers, regulators, and other cinematic stakeholders from across the world.
An important event. We all know the capabilities of Nigeria when it comes to film industry, and I really believe in the power of cultural diplomacy. So.
The narrative at this year's festival is for Nollywood to begin to construct and communicate their identity through films.
When you watch American films, for instance, in their film, in a subtle way, you will see the American flag. In a subtle way, you will hear them say things like, "God bless America." So we want our own filmmakers now to begin to project Nigeria properly.
The level of cultural diplomacy you have in Nigeria today started in the film. You go to Kenya and get to all of this, they say Igwe, they know the Nigerian dress, they know the Nigerian philosophy and ideology from the films we have done.
It's important at this point in time that we must begin to cultivate in our films at the point of scripting. When we are preparing the scripting, we must also begin to think of nation building. How do we build our nation? And that is where government comes in. That's where the mix between the private sector, which is the filmmakers, and government, where we can begin to say, look, you can use these Nigerian films to tell a better message of Nigeria.
And that is why when President Tinubu assumed office about more than 2 years ago, he created a whole ministry to drive his policy agenda on creative economy. That speaks to the seriousness and the attention the president is paying to that industry.
Stakeholders also stress that film has become more than just a medium of entertainment, but a veritable tool for cultural identity, cultural decolonization, and for diplomacy, as well as shaping a nation's identity. In Abuja, Ngufan Shaji Ugwanye, NTA News.
An Ekwa Karu District Church Council football team pulled off a remarkable comeback to defeat their counterparts from Ekwa Tesha Local Church Council, LCC, emerging champions of the 2025 Ekwa Garki DCC Chairman's Cup. Organized by the Ekwa Garki District Church Council in Abuja, the annual tournament aims to foster youth development, promote community engagement, and curb restiveness through the unifying power of football. Ulshaya Diabo reports on how the initiative is using football to inspire discipline, teamwork, and peace among young people.
As I hand you over to God, in the name of God the Father.
The Ekwa Garki District Church Council DCC Chairman's Cup is a grassroots football tournament that brings together teams from various local church councils within the district to compete in a friendly and spiritually guided environment. The 2025 edition of the competition featured 8 teams from across the DCC in Abuja, with 160 registered players participating. After several exciting round-robin matches, Ekwa Karo DCC and Ekwa Tasha LCC football teams advanced to the final. In a thrilling encounter, Ekwa Tasha LCC opened the scoring in the first half, but Ekwa Karo DCC reeled back in the second half to score 3 goals, sealing a 3-1 victory and clinching the title of the 2025 Ekwa Garki DCC Chairman's Cup champions.
Yeah, it's a good thing. The joy that comes from winning. So we are very, very delighted.
Well, it really means a lot to me and my players because it's a game of joy and it's a game of luck.
Leaders of the Ekwa Garki Church highlighted the positive impacts of the competition over the years.
We are living in a time where
a good number of youth are into all kinds of things. But a tournament like this help the church to catch them young, to bring them closer. In fact, the aim of this is to create fellowship, especially among the youths. And aside that, it is a platform for the youth to display their God-given talents. Some of them that have participated in this game are even playing outside now, about 2 of them.
Awards were presented to outstanding players, while the top 3 teams received trophies and cash prizes. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
And that's where we conclude the news tonight. Thanks for being a part of it. I am Frama Panyi. Have a good night.
Of choice, and that is why